bring the Northampton County Council January 8th meeting to order. Mr. Warren, can you lead us in the pledge?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Ms. Chavez, can you call the roll?
Mr. Boulette? Here. Ms. Fadum? Thank you. Here. Mr. Giovanni?
Here.
Mr. Holland?
Here.
Ms. Keegan?
Here.
Mr. Kraft?
Here.
Mr. Kayyum? Yes. Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Here.
Mr. Warren?
Here.
All present.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the minutes of December 18th, 2025 and January 5th, 2026.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Have it. Courtesy of the floor, nobody signed in. Does anybody wish to address council tonight? Seeing none. I have Mr. Warren, you have a proclamation, I believe?
Yes, Mr. President. I am very, very glad to have our friends from Miller Keystone Blood Center with us. If you did not know, January is National Blood Donor Awareness Month, and the introduction of these proclamations is something I've been doing during the course of my public service, whether I was in Easton, Hanover Township, now here at Northampton County. And we wanted to provide this proclamation to Miller Keystone Blood Center based on the amazing and incredible work that they do on an annual basis, and to raise awareness of the importance of blood donations in our community. So I will read this proclamation, and then our friends from Miller Keystone Blood Center can come up and receive it. So, I'm sorry? I'll read it here. That's all right. Thanks, Aileen. Whereas January was designated National Blood Donor Month in 1970 to pay tribute to voluntary blood donors and increase donations by others to help save lives in our local community. And whereas Miller Keystone Blood Center was founded in 1971 and serves as the only community blood center in our region, serving hospital networks in eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. And whereas Miller Keystone Blood Center is a member of America's Blood Centers, a national network of independent nonprofit community blood centers that provide approximately 60% of the blood products transfused in the United States. And whereas 29,000 units of blood are used each day in the United States to help save lives for cancer patients, trauma victims, and other medical emergencies. And whereas approximately 350 donors are needed to meet the daily needs of transfusion patients within the hospital networks served by Miller Keystone Blood Center. And whereas when residents of Northampton County donate blood to Miller Keystone Blood Center, they give the gift of life, provide someone hope for a second chance, and give back to our Northampton County community. Now, therefore, it is hereby proclaimed by Northampton County Council and by the County of Northampton that January 2026 shall be declared as National Blood Donor Awareness Month within Northampton County, and that the residents of the county shall be encouraged to donate blood and platelets at Miller Keystone Blood Center throughout the 2026 calendar year. So if our friends from Miller Keystone Blood Center would like to come up, I'll come down.
There you go. Thank you very
Sure.
much. This is great.
Should we stand right here, or what do you want to do? My good side? Yeah. To get everybody else in?
Yeah, unless you want to, yeah, I think, unless you want to go
Here.
and then I can stand behind the podium.
So you don't get the mic in the way.
Yeah.
We could do this way.
Are we not going to cover their heads?
Maybe the council needs to stand up. Yeah, do you guys mind standing for me? Sorry. The council. It's kind, yeah. Well, it's hard to see. Yeah, it is. That's a good idea. There you go. Miss Shepherd. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
I don't think so. If you wanted to say anything,
Well,
you could.
I just will say very quickly, thank you, as always. Northampton County is one of those counties that does so much for us, and we're so thankful. Two, we can't wait to celebrate with you soon. We're going to take delivery of that bloodmobile that you helped us fund, and we're going to be taking delivery of it probably in the next 60 days, and then we will hopefully welcome all of you to visit with us as we put that vehicle into service. So again, thank you for recognizing National Blood Donor Month. It's an important month. The winter is rough on blood donations. And thank you for everything you do for us. We are
Mind
just...
stating your name for the record,
I'm
please,
sorry.
Miss Lena.
My name is Lena Barbieri. I am the Chief Philanthropy Officer for Miller Keystone Blood Center. And with me is Danny Youssef. He's our Vice President for Marketing. He's in his first week, so we're getting him ready for
First
all
stop.
the great stuff.
Great first stop.
Great.
Miller Keystone Blood Center has been an integral part of my family's life and just so many families' lives within our Northampton County community. And you always do such amazing work, and we thank you very much for saving lives at the end of the day.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Next on the agenda, we have the county executive report. Ms. Zirinsky, do you have a report for us tonight, or? I do. You do? Okay.
Good evening. It's very great to be here today. I'm excited to give my first ever report as county executive. Usually I'm up here spewing numbers to you, and now I only have a few things. Not that we haven't been busy this week, because we really have. But I have chosen my appointments, and tentatively on Tuesday, I believe that's January 13th, we will be having a press conference to announce who those appointments are. I'm not letting you know yet, because, I want that to really build, anticipation, right? Okay, so that was point number one. Second, I have the pleasure of promoting Dorothy Edelman to the Recorder of Deeds. She has been the interim Recorder of Deeds for a number of months, possibly the entire year, and I have found that she is deserving of that position, and we have given her the notice, and hopefully she will accept it, although I don't think there's any chance that she won't. Ms. Edelman has been with the county since 2009. Yeah, so she's a person who has been here for quite some time, and her loyalty to the county is very much rewarded and thanked. Thank you. Also, again, our office has been busy with many meetings that we've had. We've talked to the 911 center. We have talked to we might as well be joined at the hip with human resources, but we've also talked about the garage project, and we will have updates for you at the next county council meeting. But the big news, I guess, is the summit that we're having tomorrow, the Northampton County Executive Summit at Northampton Community College. It is tomorrow from 8:30 to 1:30, just so that we cannot miss Mr. Clark's swearing-in service, right? But we have delivered over 100 surveys, 86 of which were responded to by various agency leaders, executive directors in the community, stakeholders, and we are really trying to get enough information to understand what's been working in the county, what hasn't worked in the county, and how we can move forward in the next 100 days in various areas such as housing, the environment, economic development, and emergency management, and so on. So we're very excited that we had 86 responses, and we plan on having 100 or more people tomorrow. So this will be a really grand event, and people are very excited to participate and have their voices heard. So I am excited too. We have been working on that diligently for weeks, my transition team and myself. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much, and I will enjoy your meeting.
Anybody have questions for Tara? None? Thank you, Tara. All right, next, old business. We have a public hearing of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Amending the County of Northampton Subdivision and Land Development Ordinance, Saldo, requiring electronic submission and revising for consistency." It was brought out by, introduced by myself and Mr. Giovanni on December 11th, 2025 meeting. And I'd like to know if anybody from the audience has comments or questions from the public? I mean, Becky's here. Do you have anything on this? No? 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 Okay. Any discussion on council? No discussion? Call for the vote.
Kraft.
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni.
Yes.
Mr. Holland.
Yes.
Ms. Keegan.
Yes.
Mr. Fayum. Yes. Ms. Vargo Hefner.
Yes.
Mr. Warren.
Yes.
Mr. Boulette.
Yes.
Ms. Fadum.
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. That's it for old business. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn for pending litigation for a executive session.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
Mr. Warren.
Yes.
Mr. Fayum. Yes. Ms. Vargo Hefner.
Yes.
Mr. Boulette.
Yes.
Ms. Fadum.
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni.
Yes.
Mr. Holland.
Yes.
Ms. Keegan.
Yes.
Mr. Kraft.
Yes. Records show that we went into executive session at 18:42.
stuff, that's because, you know, I'm really trying to focus. No, yeah, and you have to. Yeah, so, because you know how I can get distracted. ICE is over in Minneapolis, right? You know, because it's smart. So there was a protest yesterday.
Well, there was a, they were, I don't know if it was a protest or they were gonna arrest them, but they were in a neighborhood and they were looking for something, I guess.
Right.
This person was in her car and she was observed, or she was just observing.
Right, and they came over, told her to move her car, she was blocking traffic, and then she started to, I guess then the one ICE agent was trying to open her door or whatever, so she's slowly, this is what, I didn't see the video, this is describing, she's slowly backing out, like not crazy or anything, and the work was going around her because she had been, and then another ICE agent comes up to her, like, her, facing the front, yeah, and then shoots her 3 times. Oh, and then.
Oh my God.
I also heard, I haven't seen this, but somebody we were talking about this told me that there was a doctor there
and they
who
wouldn't
ran over 8 minutes, she went without medical, well, she died, but he's like, I'm a doctor, let me look at her, they wouldn't
let him.
near her.
Because.
Well, I would love it if somebody could give me an answer. I am completely embarrassed that, well, so many things, but that Control has now put a photo of AutoPad up instead of my picture and all the things he said, you know, bad about, on the plaques in like the hallway of the White House. Like, I just can't believe it. I think there are people that just still live in cold blood in front of 20,000 people.
Well, he said that.
It's okay, she deserved it. We're just gonna boats away in the Caribbean, you know, without, killing people. Even if they're drug lords. I thought in this country, like, due process.
Yeah, no,
Right?
we don't do that.
That's all we can do. I don't know what else to do.
I don't know, but you know, you feel like you gotta make a difference somewhere, and I feel like this is the best place to make a difference. Because at least, like, you can see the people that you're every day. Okay. Yeah, this is good. So tired. So this thing, this is new business. This is a resolution. We're gonna have some. To contact. Please. Because this was just not done. No, I'm not talking about her.
See what, I don't even know what it is. What's it for? Mark,
You.
what, number 2 on here, what is this for?
That's, see, that's, I'll point out here. So,
That's what he's doing, yeah. He's been doing that.
so, I am officially the risk manager, and that is important for me to be appointed to
You're
be
risk
risk
manager of the
manager
county.
because, yes, because that gives us discounts on our liability insurance and stuff
Which
like that.
apparently
So,
we need because he's getting sued.
so the first one, 2A, is about that, and being appointed as the business, the director of business
But are these two different?
The second, well, the second one is different. The second one has to do with Act 106 compliance, which has to do with funding and ensuring county officials.
Yeah, but are these two different resolutions?
Yes.
I'm in court, and some, after, I have 2 support conferences, and after that, I will be, I'm gonna stop here, and then I gotta go somewhere else, so.
Yeah, because
Did you-
these are one.
What, do you want me to call you, when I call you when I'm out of
No, it's
court?
two.
It's two.
Okay,
Oh, it is two.
all right.
And then the second.
Oh, it's the second.
We're back on record, 1852. Okay, is there any other old business to discuss? Seeing none, we'll move right on to new business. Consideration of a resolution recognizing January 2026 as National Blood Donor Awareness Month. Mr. Warren, introduce
Again.
the resolution, please.
Again, yes, Mr. President. Whereas January was designated National Blood Donor Month in 1970 to pay tribute to voluntary blood donors and increase donations by others to help save lives in our local community. And whereas Miller Keystone Blood Center was founded in 1971 and serves as the only community blood center in our region serving hospital networks in eastern and western New Jersey. And whereas Miller Keystone Blood Center is a member of America's Blood Centers, a national network of independent, nonprofit community blood centers that provide approximately 60% of the blood products transfused in the United States. And whereas 29,000 units of blood are used each day in the United States to help save lives for cancer patients, trauma victims, and other medical emergencies. And whereas approximately 350 donors are needed to meet the daily needs of transfusion patients in the hospital networks served by Miller Keystone Blood Center. And whereas when residents of Northampton County donate blood to Miller Keystone Blood Center, they give the gift of life, provide someone hope for a second chance, and give back to our Northampton County community. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved by Northampton County Council and the County of Northampton that January 2026 shall be declared as National Blood Donor Awareness Month within Northampton County, and that the residents of the county shall be encouraged to donate blood and platelets at Miller Keystone Blood Center throughout the 2026 calendar year.
Any discussion from council?
Get out there and donate blood.
I have just one question. Is there an opportunity for the county to pair this resolution with some outreach in the community for local blood drives or partnering with our regional health organizations?
Something that Northampton County does, Commissioner, is, and I believe the Zirinsky administration is probably going to continue what the McClure administration did, was utilizing the email that goes out to our county employees as a method of outreach. It's the blood drops, I believe, right? So I know from a county employee perspective, the outreach is there. The county has a very productive partnership with Miller Keystone Blood Center in that regard. But if you would like, honestly, if you would like to speak more about how we can enhance that outreach, whether it's to educational institutions, our public schools, whether it's to various organizations or nonprofits, I'd love to talk to you about it more.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Holland?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Kayoum? Ms. Vargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Boulette?
Yes.
Yes.
Giovanni?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Next thing on the agenda is consideration of the Pennsylvania Act 106 compliance resolution. A, appointment of risk manager. Mr. Giovanni, would you like to introduce the resolution, please?
Yeah, yes, I will, Mr. President. Do you want me to read the whole thing? Whereas? Okay. Or, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the county shall hereby adopt the following procedure for compliance with the provisions of the Act 106. 1, county council is designating the director of the Department of Administration or his/her designee to serve as a risk manager for the purpose of this act. 2, the director of administration or his/her designee is hereby designated to compile and submit information to the county council prior to close of every calendar year as to the amount of security that the risk manager recommends that the county maintains during the succeeding year, and otherwise to provide the information as set forth below to enable county council to place in force the bond and insurance requirements by the act for the succeeding year. 3, in the course of performing the duties assigned under above, the Department of Administration and the solicitor shall confer to determine the form and content of the bond and insurance would comply with the provisions of the Act. Number 4, at least 2 weeks prior to the close of every calendar year, the Department of Administration shall present to the County Council for its consideration and approval the form and amount of the required security together with the recommendation as to the bond or policy satisfying the criteria set forth in the act.
Any discussion?
I have a question about number 4. At least 2 weeks prior, council usually closes most of its business before that time. So is that something that you would need us to take action on by the end of the year? And would you not want to amend that number? Because we're usually done by the second week in December. So if it comes after that, we won't be able to act on it until the new year if you need us to do so.
Hi, folks. My name is Mark Arndt. I am the acting director of the Department of Administration, and so I'll try to respond to that question. My understanding is that that's just notifying you of what is going to be needed, that you wouldn't be expected to take action until January, which is what you're going to do now.
Okay. Because it says it's consideration and approval. So again, if it's not needed until January, then it's fine as it stands. But if you needed it prior to December 31st, I would suggest an amendment.
Appreciate that, but it's not needed until January.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Questions for Mark? Call for the vote, please.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Kayum?
Yes.
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Billette?
Yes.
Ms. Tatum?
Yes.
Mr. Holland?
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Next on the business is the form and content, but there is an amendment. Shall I just have somebody read it in and then amend it? Pardon me? What, have somebody read it and then amend? Okay. We'll have Mr. Boulay introduce it, the resolution, please. And just do the...
original?
Pardon me?
The original, not the amended.
Yeah, therefore, it is hereby resolved. Start from there, and then we'll fix it.
Therefore, it is hereby resolved that the county shall hereby accept the following level of security to cover public officials, including members of county council and the county executive. 1, crime coverage through the county's insurance policy with P Corp, which covers all county officials and employees for fraud, embezzlement, theft, forgery, and other criminal acts up to $1 million per occurrence. 2, a wire transfer bond in the amount of $4 million, which provides additional security above the maximum of $1 million crime coverage under P Corp for certain county employees authorized to initiate wire transfers. 3, a treasurer's bond in the amount of $72,000, which is coverage required by the state based on revenue collection levels and is still required since Act 106 does not apply to county treasurers acting as tax collectors as provided in Section 4 of the local tax collection law. And 4, a magisterial district justice bond in the amount of $55,000 per magisterial district justice, since Act 106 does not apply to those officials.
Thank you. Now, I have a note from the administration. Consideration Act 106 resolution, they would like to increase in Part B, number 2, like to increase the amount to $5 million based on the actual coverage amount. They would like to also request and $2 million on the other, so it's 5 and 2 instead of 4 and 1. So I don't know if I can make a motion to have
didn't see
all
the 2.
4 and 1s, or
Can I
ahead.
speak to that? There seems to be a little confusion.
well, there's numbers all over my page.
Yeah, well, let me try to clarify. So you're correct that the 4 million should actually be 5 million.
Okay.
The 1 should stay 1.
Okay, where'd the 2 come from? All right, thank you.
I motion that we amend number 2 to increase the amount to 5 million from 4. And I also would like to make the motion include the striking of numbers 3 and 4 as requested, because they'd like time to confirm that.
Second? for
I'll
the-
second.
Second.
A lot of seconds.
Do I call, roll call for the motion in a second, please?
On the amendment, right?
Ms. Fargo Hefner?
Yes.
Tatum?
Yes.
Mr. Warren?
Yes.
Mr. Billette?
Yes.
Mr. Giovanni?
Yes.
Mr. Holland?
Yes.
Ms. Keegan?
Yes.
Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Kayum? Motion passes by a vote of 9-0.
Okay, now, is there any discussion on the amended resolution, or the resolution as amended? Seeing none, call for the vote.
Mr. Billette? Yes. Mr. Kraft?
Yes.
Mr. Kayum? Ms. Fargo Hefner,
Yes.
Mr. Warren,
Yes.
Ms. Badham,
Tatum, yes.
Mr. Giovanni,
Yes.
Mr. Holland,
Yes.
Ms. Keegan.
Yes.
Adopted by a vote of 9-0.
Thank you. Is there any other old business, or new business, sorry? Seeing none. Any council committee reports? Any council liaison reports?
Yes. May I speak, Mr. President? Yes. I have a brief report on the Graysdale Advisory Committee that met this afternoon. It was kind of a reorganization meeting to try to get some clarification and new members. Hopefully, we'll be working with the county executive to appoint some new members to the advisory board moving forward for the year. So we talked about some of the regulatory challenges going on at Graysdale, as well as some of the ongoing staffing issues. We'll be talking a lot more about that at Human Services moving forward. One of the things that the advisory board is going to be requesting of the administration is a dashboard of some statistical data to try to track some of the ongoing things that are happening, because there's a lot of different areas that need to be addressed. And I'm hoping that once that dashboard is created, that we can use that also at council, where they can report specific information on staffing, on regulatory issues, on finances, and anything else that we might deem necessary or needed to try to make the best decisions that we can. So I think that will help when moving forward, just getting information that we need so we can have the information that we need. So if I may, for a minute, give a little bit of history of some of the finance of Graysdale based on my experience. There's a lot of the funding for Graysdale is operations because it's revenue generating. But there's a significant amount in supplementing that comes from supplemental non-operating revenue that is from other sources. So the IGT money, which is the CCAP kind of county home fund that helps support nursing homes, county nursing homes. There's a lot of COVID money that has been coming in over the years to try to make up the difference of what the operating income does not make up, so that there does not have to be a county contribution. So just a word of caution to everyone, those funds are probably not going to be as available moving forward. So I'm cautiously optimistic that the budget for 2026 is going to be able to be met, but just a little bit of I don't use the word warning, it's probably not a good word, that we may be asked at some point to amend that budget and reallocate some money to Graysdale if needed, if some of those non-operating revenue supplemental resources do not materialize as anticipated. That might be coming down the pike. So I think it's important for you to know that, and I think it's important for the public to know that that may be coming down the road based on some of the unknowns of that non-operating supplemental income. I'm happy to answer any
Did they state the census as of today?
Yes, the census is 500 of today, and the budgeted census is 520. That was a question that I asked. So we are kind of starting out a little bit behind, and that is a concern, obviously, because the budget is based on a census of 520, and the census is 500 as of today. So hence a little bit of my caution of where we are moving forward. I don't know if the executive agrees with me or not, that this might be an issue, but I think it's something that needs to be, put out there, and we can discuss further in Human Resources or as a council moving forward. So.
Thank you. Are there any other council liaison reports? I don't believe we had any more. Is there anything from the council clerk?
No?
Anything from the council solicitor? Okay, I have everybody's information came to me about what committees and everything that you want, and I will work on it, and I will have an answer for everybody on Monday. They'll send an email to everyone. I'll send it to you, and you can send an email. And I guess, is there a motion for adjournment?
I'll make the motion.